Hello my night owls, and it's after Halloween, yay! And I'm making this vlog because I wanted to tell you guys what I did on Halloween, because what I told you is not what happened. Okay, so as y'all know, in my last vlog I made what I talked about having to go to college on Monday, the day of Halloween. Okay, so I got in the car, and we got there. My mom drove me, by the way, because I don't have my license, and I can't drive a car. But anyway, so we got there, and I walk in, and I'm like, okay, just going down to the classroom, and I walk in, and before I walk in, okay, I'm walking down the hallway, and I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, I swear to God, if I walk in and no one is there, I'm going to be pissed. Because I could have been doing other things tonight besides going to class. So I walk in, and guess what? Nobody's there. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? I'm like, I don't know, like something clicked in my head. I'm like, I swear to God, if I walk in and there's nobody, I'm gonna be mad. And that's exactly what happened. I walked in and there's nobody there. No teacher, no students, and the room is completely empty. The only thing that's on is the lights, and the door is wide open, and I'm like, okay, did I miss a memo? Did the teacher tell me Monday we didn't have to go to class because it's Halloween? But I know other teachers are having their classes, because I walked past a room and there's like a couple of students in there and a teacher, and he was teaching them. I'm like, okay, and I checked my email all day long since I got up until I left. I checked my mail, making sure that the teacher didn't, like, if she sent me anything, you know, but nope, I got no memo. And I'm like, did she say last Monday we had no class? I'm like, I don't know. So I walked back out of the thing, out of college, and I go over to my mom and I'm like, so there's no class. And she's like, what? I'm like, yeah, there's no class. I walked in and there's nobody there, no teacher, no students. And I looked down, and she drives a red car, because I saw her get into it one time, and I looked down and there's no red car, and I'm like, she's not even here. There's no red car. She went out trick-or-treating with her children. So mom's like, okay, what do you want to do? I'm like, I guess I'll go out trick-or-treating with you guys. And of course, I came prepared just in case. I brought a costume. What my costume is yes, it is my cap and gown. I decided to dress up in my cap and gown as a graduation student, and went around trick-or-treating in that with the grandkids, with my sister's kids, with my niece and nephew. I went out and went trick-or-treating. Here's my bucket. Yep, and these are chips that someone was handing out. And here's all my candy. Whoop. Yep. We weren't out that long. We were out for like maybe a half hour. Yeah, a half hour. We were only out for a half hour. And the reason why we stopped trick-or-treating is because the baby, my sister's baby, would not stop crying. He was crying non-stop. He was 1 year old. And he would not stop crying. And Kelly was trying everything to keep him quiet. She was giving him candy because that's what he was crying about, because he wanted candy. But she took it away from him because they do the whole check the candy before you eat it, because there's some bad people out there who do bad things to candy. So she didn't want to give him candy, but she gave in to him. She checked it with her phone to make sure it was okay, and then gave it to him to keep him quiet. After that, he didn't want no more candy, and then he just kept on crying, and we didn't know why he was crying. So Kelly's like, okay, that's enough. we're done. So we went. We hit a couple other houses before we got back to the car. Then we got back into the car, and then we left. And I went down to my sister's house, and I stayed there until 12 something. And then me and Mom got into the car, and we headed back this way because she had to be to work at 1 o'clock, which she ended up being late. Because we got into the car, and she turned on the car, and it started making this, like, clicking noise. And she's like, what is that? And I'm like, I don't know, I'm not a car expert, I can't tell you what that is. And she's, like, freaking out, and she realizes the heat, so she shut it off. And so we're driving down the road, and she turned back on the heat. I thought maybe it was clicking because it needs to be warmed up. It was, like, freezing when we came out. And I'm like, maybe if you just let it, like, warm up, then the clicking will go away. So she turned it on, and it was still clicking, but then it stopped finally. And she's like, okay, and I'm like, I don't know. So she has to call my uncle to see if he knows what's going on. So that's what I did for Halloween. I went out trick-or-treating. We weren't out that long for me to be like in pain or anything like that, which I'm kind of okay with. I just wanted to fill this bucket up with candy. That's all I wanted. So I was very happy with it. If I went with my best friend, we would have been out probably all night long trick-or-treating, filling up plastic bags with buckets and buckets of candy, which I love going out with my friend. Don't get me wrong, but I think this year was better because we weren't out that long, and I'm not sitting here scratching my back and my legs aren't screaming in agony because I was on my feet for so long. I did start getting tired near almost the end of it. I'm like, okay, I can't take this anymore. And I was walking up to houses, and I was kind of tripping and stumbling over myself, and I'm like, ah. But I had a great Halloween, and I hope you guys had a great Halloween. Oh, I want to know. Tell me in the comments if you'd like. But I had a great Halloween, and I hope you guys had a safe and fun Halloween. Okay, that's the end of this video, and I'll see you all next time.